Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. As majority are Muslims here, I hope you will understand the few points that I want to make. The very first thing is that we've seen that this struggle that we are seeing today has been taken from pillar to post, different angles have been given. But for a Muslim, Palestine should be at the heart. Palestine should be in our blood. The cause of Palestinian freedom should be in every inch of our bodies. Now, do not make this struggle about anything external. The whole struggle is about Palestinian freedom. Nothing more, nothing less. Keep it simple, and we want Palestine, the occupation, the apartheid regime, and all the oppression. That's all our claim. We want all that to end. My brothers, sisters, whether we are Muslim or not, at this moment in time, the cause is a humanitarian cause. Let's not look at the cause from the lens of a Muslim or a non-Muslim. Let's leave that. It's gone beyond that. Let's also not look at it from the perspective of lands and ownership and this and that. Let's ignore all of that. Let's just come to the current moment, that's all. We want to go to history. We've got so much to talk about, 75 years. Let's just park that for the moment. We can talk about predictions of the future. Let's park that for the moment. Let's just take the week. They want us to talk about this week. Yes or no? They want us to talk about this week, the past 8, 9, 10 days. That's all. Let's just talk about these 10 days and look at what's happening. Is it right or wrong? That's all. In these 10 days. The irony is that just exactly 1 year ago, to be precise, 19th of October 2022, the war in Ukraine, the president of UN, the president of European Commissions, she condemned. She said blatantly on Twitter, you can look at it and you can read it, you can listen to her. She said blatantly clear, to stop electricity, to stop water, especially in the winter months. It is a war crime. She said it exactly 19th of October last year. Here we are in another October and the same crimes are being committed and that lady has not spoken a single word. We have BBC verifying 70 people died in the convoy. They said 1.1 million people should go from the north to the south or whichever direction. They said go, let them go. 70 people being moved, they were bombed. BBC spent hours verifying that information. Was it right? Was it wrong? I saw the news, BBC verifying. My question is, my asking is, that everything that has been coming out, all the news, where was BBC's verification then? When Israel said 40 babies were beheaded, my question was, where was the BBC's verification then? Let's just look at the current situation. If BBC is verifying 70 deaths on the convoy, where was BBC verifying their own news? Let's ignore the past. We're not going to say anything about the past. We want to ask our government, after 8 days of bombing, we have 1,300 dead on Israeli side. We condemn that. No one, no innocent. In the Quran, I am talking from the Quran. This is not about Muslims or non-Muslims. The Quran explicitly condemns innocent civilians losing their lives. We all say we do not want anyone to die. Now the point is, after 1,300 people died in Israel, what is the number on the Palestinian side? If you said there's 13 more on the Israeli side, fair enough, we are quiet. But right now, the numbers have exceeded. We are on 2,000 civilians of Gaza who have died. There are 9,000 people who are injured. What about the case? And our government is yet to say anything about those civilians' losses. Takbir! 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 La ilaha illallah! One last point. We know all the war crimes are being committed. I'm not saying it. The UN is saying it. We are not going to make anything. Let's make a promise. What we are going to say, we are going to only say what the UN is telling us, what the international community is telling us. We are not going to fabricate any lies. We have to have trust in our government that they will not make up anything as well. Now my question, my brothers, is this, simple. 1.1 million Gazan, 1.1 million people of Gaza have been told to move from north to the south or south to the north. And they have been told to go there, they're still being bombed. Can our government give us assurance that those people who have been misplaced, that our government will let them come back into that space and no one else will occupy Gaza? Can I have everyone say takbir? We want assurance that when the Gaza war ends, whenever it ends, we want the people of Gaza to be brought back into Gaza and no one else takes that place. We want assurance from our government. That's what we say. We can't say what will happen. We just want some assurance that those people who have been moved, that land is not going to be taken away by anyone else. That's all, my brothers. Make this commitment that today we are not just saying it today. That is going to be our lifelong commitment to see the freedom of Palestine. That should be our commitment. Come whatever happens in our life, after we go home, we should make it our long-term commitment that we are on the side of Palestinian, we are on the side of their freedom, and we are going to do everything possible in the legal way that we can to support our brothers and sisters. Takbir! Allahu Akbar! Takbir! Free, free! Free, free! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea!